going on YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will leave a link down in the description box below. Have I ever got the best try that in a small town story for you? This all happened where I live in my town yesterday. Oh, we got lawnmowers and everything. I'm walking in the back alleys hoping I would get some shade, but it's not the case. And it's early in the morning, but it's gonna get up to 100 today, so I'm going to the grocery store. And part of the reason I'm going, I'll tell you at the end of this video because it has to do with the story. Okay, yesterday morning, I go out, I get my 10,000 steps, I come back home, sit down in front of the computer to read the community board and information. There's been a lot of increased petty theft, stupid stuff, tagging, attempted car robberies with teenage punk gangs in the area, which seems to be becoming commonplace here in the US these days. So our town is not isolated from that sort of thing. Well, when these things happen, people put them on the community board hoping for stuff, you know, pictures. They put up their pictures from their video cameras and stuff. So I get this notice yesterday after my walk, and it's got pictures of a guy on there, and it said, you know, this jerk just came up onto our driveway into our carport and stole all of our recyclable cans and bottles. And typically when you hear something, you're like, big whoop. Well, the lady says, I don't like to play the disability card, but the reason those cans are there is because my 9-year-old son, Samuel, is disabled in a wheelchair with cerebral palsy. And he collects the bottles and cans to pay for his service dog, pay for the training of his service dog. Okay, too far. You went too far. Bring in the internet sleuths. While I was on my walk in the morning, I was passing by the town fountain and I saw a man. I thought it was weird. He had no shirt on and he had a lot of bags of cans. I just took a mental note of it, no big deal. And I said on the post, I said, I just saw that guy at the fountain. Same bike, same hair. He had a bunch of bags of cans. So, and they were like, you know, you messed with the wrong family. This is really messed up. We filed a police report, all this stuff. And I was like, I just saw him. And you know, I think nothing of it. And a couple hours later, I get a DM from the lady, the mom, who says, you know, thank you so much for the tip. We found him a block away from the fountain at the car wash, vacuuming out a car. We showed up with the police. He ran away on foot. So he had his car and he just left it there and ran away. Okay. So anyway, the rest of the day goes on and check back later. And the police department puts up a post. Now, before I get into this, we have a very, very small police department who is extremely dedicated to the community just as much as we are. I live in a tiny town of maybe somewhere between 7,000 and 9,000 people. I don't know the answer because all the demographics are different. We have one canine named Ghost. He's our local celebrity. And so they find the guy later. He runs away on foot. They sent Ghost after him. They sent the canine unit. Because what he did is he jumped into somebody's attic that he didn't know the person, just jumped into their attic, so they sent canine in to find him. Ghost found him. And so the police department puts up a post with a picture of him in his mugshot. They caught him, and he got PC, obstruction of justice, resisting arrest, resisting a peace officer, theft of personal property, misdemeanor traffic warrant with a $6,000 bail for stealing this little kid's cans. That makes me warm and fuzzy inside, I just gotta say, especially with the canine. So, but that's not the end of it. So the entire town is like, you know, we hear this story. Everybody wants, you know, the family isn't going to take anybody's money because they're too proud for that. But everybody in town's like, let's start a drop-off site. Let's bring all our bottles and cans, me included. So the lady is DMing all these people like, you know, we're setting up a pickup tomorrow morning, which is today. Just leave them on your front porch. We'll come get them. Okay. I wake up this morning and there's a thank you card and the cans and bottles are gone. So they even gave the little Samuel, the little 9-year-old, made little thank you cards for everybody who donated. I got a little teary-eyed, I gotta say. So part of the reason that I'm going to the grocery store, of course, I need coffee and half and eggs and stuff, but I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna get Ghost a little something. I don't know what, maybe some like bacon strips and something to play tug of war with. He is a Belgian Malinois German Shepherd mix, and he's the town hero, and he's a good boy who deserves a healthy, happy thank you from the town. And I used to bring donuts and scratchers to the police department, and they told me to stop doing that because they already get free donuts. So, but I bet the dog, I bet Ghost does not get free tug-of-war toys and dog treats. So, that's part of what I'm going to be shopping for when I go to the grocery store. And I just wanted to make everybody feel a little bit happier that there are still good, decent people in the world. And, you know, if you poke the bear, be ready to suffer the consequences, because you might poke the bear a little, one time too many, or you mess with the wrong person. I mean, why not just go rob some nuns? You know, you go and steal some little kid in a wheelchair with cerebral palsy that collects cans and bottles so he can afford a service dog. That's really messed up. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the story. It's a true story. Oh, and he got his cans back. So they caught the guy and the kid got his cans back, and the whole community sent him cans. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. Here is the card that they gave. So cute. So cute. Almost as cute as you. And you. I bought gummy worms. And just so you all know, for Ghost, he got, because he's so big, I got him like some super heavy duty, like, where you pull, what's the, tug-of-war, like tug-of-war things. I got him some dental bites and some bacon strips. So I hope he likes it. His handler was in the restroom, so I couldn't give him to her, but I left him at the front desk with the lady. So hopefully Ghost likes them.